Hey guys, welcome back to Hotel Dropouts. How is your week? We're back, and this time we're going to talk more about AI, doing some live contents and some discussions. Ain't that right, boys?
Hello,
Yes,
everyone.
yes.
You know, this is our second take, and the first take he was so lively and happy, and but we messed up, so he decided to go full corpo.
I feel like
Yeah.
the first take was better.
Yeah, no,
We
no.
should
First
put
one
it
was
like a
too
blooper,
much.
but cancel out the part where we doxed ourselves by accident.
My goodness, we
I
should.
guess put it at the end, make it like a blooper or something, whatever.
Although my
Yeah.
It's
name
like,
is more
hey
difficult to
guys,
dox.
and now it's just like, hello everyone, welcome back. How was your weekend? All right,
Yeah, exactly.
let's talk about.
My. Do you think AI could be used in doxing?
I'm
How?
sure you can triangulate.
I don't understand. How would you use it? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
like what do you think? What do you mean like used in
See,
doxing?
you know the
Like you use
YouTuber.
AI to like scan content of the person and like whatever they let slip to compile data of where they can be or something like that.
No, you
Is
could
that
just
what you
use it
mean?
as a
Makes
tool.
sense.
You know, like GeoGuessr, this guy who guesses the location based on an image. You know how like he guesses, like he makes content about guessing where people are. Like his viewers would send in the most abstract picture, like or a corner of a menu in a bar
Yeah.
out of nowhere, and he had to like find out exactly where that bar is. And
Yeah.
but he did one video where he was just challenging an AI, and then the AI made like mistakes. But I imagine it'll just improve with time, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think in this case, yeah, it sounds like it's possible, and it will only get easier.
Mm,
But I feel like
agreed.
we're gonna have this constant revisiting of AI. Everything is just happening so
A
fast.
lot of things is revolving around it.
Yeah, I think
It's
earlier.
totally something that can replace a lot of people, and they'll have to find another thing to do in life
Yeah.
or adapt or change the way they do their thing right now.
I guess it's kind of like the industrial revolution, right? Where
I keep hearing that comparison a lot, but there's a lot of people that don't agree that it's exactly a good parallel.
Yeah, it's not a good parallel for many reasons, but I think the biggest reason I can think of is that you know how like if you need an AI agent to constantly perform some kind of task that in hopes of replacing like a human being, we've seen examples of developers that were supercharged with AI, right? They're basically given tokens, they're basically given the power to use AI in the company. But it turns out like it's just going to be significantly more expensive to accommodate for all the token use. But then I guess this depends on the field that you work in. It depends on the industry. But basically, at one point, you could be consuming so many tokens that that using AI doesn't make sense. It would just be too expensive. And the important thing isn't about the efficient use of tokens as much as it is about the fact that AI is a very subsidized. You could think of it as a very subsidized bubble at the moment. There's just so much money, right? There's
Yeah,
so much money being poured in. Hence the current token price. We don't know what would happen to how much a token would cost you after all the hype is over, after it's been adopted. So let's say there is a complete takeover of AI, everybody's using it, it becomes like an everyday thing. Then how much then do you think would tokens cost, right? I feel like
yeah.
there's an enshittification thing that keeps happening over and over again. We see that with Facebook, we see that with Uber, yeah, we see that with Uber Eats, like food delivery services, right? It's all about capturing the
Yeah.
market, and then eventually it just becomes not worthy of using.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. Better use that AI while it's still good and cheap.
Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about earlier how we're seeing a lot of AI use in the gaming industry. It all started like even back when it was just image generators and the first gen like GPT-3, even back then, it was already used extensively to replace concept artists. So concept artists are like these people that make paintings, usually digital paintings, and they have really strong foundational skills. They're like the matte painters on movie sets. If you remember, like Star Wars, all the background were actual paintings, right? They were painted by these concept artists and matte painters, and concept artists in games or in films. They do pretty much the same thing. They design stuff, they take feedback, and then they make changes. And then so when Mid Journey came out, it was a shock. Like at that point, because I was in the industry, I felt the shock. But nobody really talked about it online. Nobody really realized it, and it's sort of the outrage is only happening now. Now that it was found that Crimson Desert had one, uh, you know, placeholders that there was an AI generation. Um,
But for
so
those that don't know, what do you mean Crimson Desert? What is that?
Crimson Desert is one of the most hyped games in back in 2020, late 2025 to now, because they rolled out a trailer that seemed too good to be true. People were like looking at a fully realized MMO-esque world where you could ride dragons, you could ride vehicles. There are so many different biomes. There's so many things to do. There are like subsystems in the game, and it's just so much content that people didn't think it was true. Didn't think it was possible. And I remembered like early days there were people making speculation videos about it, and then it came out a couple days ago. People were blown away because it is exactly what it's advertised as, but it's also disappointing
With
in.
quality as well, though,
Yeah,
or is it just like
it's really good
update?
quality, but the issues people have with it is actually unforeseen. It's the controls. It's kind of janky, and the game doesn't really have like
No.
a main narrative. Like it's not like Witcher. It's not like uh Kingdom Come. Like it doesn't have that main quest that you go through. You kind of just go
So
from
it's just
places.
like a big sandbox.
Yeah, you kind of just you immerse yourself in that world and you do anything you want. So because of that, like it's very it's controversial, but people love it until they found these AI images that were placeholders for like these paintings in a building in the game. But yeah, it's I don't know. Like, do you guys think people were going to actively avoid things that had AI help? Like, would you be
Well,
annoyed with yeah?
well, I guess there will for sure be a part of people, like a part of the audience that will do that.
It's so difficult to avoid it. Like even when I'm using PyCharm, which is like an IDE, it has AI built in, kind of has like it has context awareness. So when I'm trying to type
Yeah,
out some kind of function, it auto fills for me. Right, everything's
I, I
automatic.
guess I guess for me, two things that I wouldn't like: sloppy things, basically AI slop, or if the game, uh, if the AI is used as a tool that makes you write code faster. Like it's still your idea, you still work on the mechanic, you're still in control of how that game feels to play. Like what are the features, and the same with the art. If you use it to generate some model, but it's exactly like you want it to be. Like when the AI is not coming up with the artistic part of the.
May may
I'm
I
not
may I
sure.
may I intervene?
Yeah, of
Do you
course.
mean to say the AI is just to make things less tedious?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, there we go. But like the idea, the original creativity all comes from you. The AI just makes the vision into a reality
Yeah. Basically, it replaces you where you are not sufficiently skilled for I don't know, modeling or
or
coding,
programming. Yeah.
or maybe you are skilled enough. The best case, I think, the best case to use AI is where you're actually skilled enough to do it yourself, But asking AI to do it makes you much faster, and then you can kind of just see like what the AI made and make your adjustments if you see something wrong. But it's kind of like it's if as if it was used as the next level of autocomplete, basically.
Or quality control.
Like I
Yeah.
can totally get like if it's in the context of programming, it is easier for you to have control over over the broad structure that you
Yeah.
want to give to your application. But if you look at my screen now, right, when you're making art assets, I would have these mood boards for inspiration for stuff, right? And
Yeah.
every now and then, like in there, because of AI, it's all the places where you can find these pictures are all now infiltrated with AI stuff, right? So can you
Yeah.
imagine, like, as an artist, somebody's trying to come up with a design of a Roman flag bearer, right? I remember there is one AI image in here, but I can't find it now. But you can imagine, like, does that influence your work? Does that influence your, does that
Does
influence
it
your,
make your work already AI generated?
yeah? Doesn't it taint it with
Is that already considered AI generated? Because you had like one AI generated image that you draw influence from?
That's the thing, right? Like, if not one, then where do you draw the line? Two, three? What do you I don't know. Like, I think I deleted most of the AI stuff that I found, but you can imagine, like, with when you're working with art, uh, uh one, you cannot really avoid AI images. It's everywhere, right? It's on
Yeah.
Pinterest, and this Pinterest, for example, like it used to be a treasured place, right? So for example, I am constantly looking for like uh reference images about gladiators because I'm working on a game like that. And if you click into one, usually AI is only a couple clicks away. There's something about
Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing it. This is AI, clearly, right? And then boom, and then like 2 clicks, I'm already looking at a topless Chris Hemsworth in ancient Rome,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then so there are ones that that you can tell immediately is AI, but then there are these there's also a lot of gay stuff. I don't know what's going on. Why?
I wouldn't call it gay, Jamie. I would call it homoerotic.
Okay, fine. But there are pictures of it that is
Actually, one can also call this
There's one picture where Pinterest
female
is
thirst
testing
trap,
if
right?
you're into girls or not.
Yeah, it's like maybe female thirst trap. It
Can you
doesn't have to be
imagine?
gay.
If let's see what happens.
No, you ruined your algorithm.
No, you see, it's still it thinks I'm into femboys now. Do you see how quickly I went from a real actor from a real show about gladiators, right, to an Indian femboy?
You see how quickly we went from working on the game to gooning.
That is true. That is true. That is true. But yeah, and
But
sometimes,
I know what you mean. I think that if you drew inspiration from seeing an AI image, but then
Mhm.
it's not like you traced it or threw it into some AI to make a model out of it,
Yeah.
it's fine
Let
because you
me.
can draw inspiration from looking at a wall and then I don't know, the sun falls on it in a specific way and you're like, aha,
Mhm.
like
Man, look at
uh,
that paint on that picture.
as long as it's like your ideas and emotions and it's not just a carbon copy.
But everybody would have like
Lovely
a
Zoom.
different.
Do you have to specifically zoom in on the crotch
No,
line?
no, no. Sorry.
It's just that it's the middle of the image. Very nice.
Everybody has like a different kind of range of what they would consider as, hey, is it original or not? Because look, say if I really like this design on the side panel of his trousers, right?
Yeah.
And you can tell like AI
The
has.
bottom line is if it's good, like if it's not a slop, if it's actually nice,
Mm-hmm.
if the game is fun, if the game brings me joy, it's good. I'm fine with AI.
Uh-huh.
But some people like
I'm only a bit sad, and I'm not sure how to deal with this. I imagine there will be a time where people where there will be no people involved in making the game. You know, we would have a service where, for example, three of us are like, okay, we want to play a co-op survival game about steampunk, right? And then the service just makes a game for us, like specifically for us free to play. Maybe no one else will play it, and there is no human developer involved. Because I've heard that this is kind of something that is happening to music. There are people that found good AI music making tools, and they at one point they would come to the realization that they don't need human-made music anymore. Like AI is making better music for them than they can find, like made by someone else, and they just keep listening to generated content. Right? Something like that could happen to movies or series.
Yeah. The crazy thing about music AI is that, like, even the first generation, I don't know if you guys tried Suno, right? That was the one of the earliest tools that we could try generating a full music by ourselves. Even that was quite impressive. Like, the first generation was already impressive. And
I never tried it personally, but I watched like videos on it, and yeah.
yeah, you can, if you're interested, there's a YouTuber that I really like, Gabby Bell AI Music, where, because you can watch this video where she goes into,
I
like,
think I saw one of her videos.
right, like you can see that the AI synthesized, like, music, you can still download it and you can still, like, get, I don't know what's the terminology for it, but you get the tracks, you know, like for the bass and then for
You
the
get the
melody.
source code.
Kind of, it's like that. And AI has gotten
Source of
so,
the music.
like, the AI music has gotten so good that I think Spotify just made a deal with them where there's just no stopping them. So a lot of these big companies are now trying to get some money from these companies. Like, a lot, like Spotify would try and get money from, let's say, Suno, saying, "Hey, you can train on all of our music, but you need to pay for it." And that's the best case
Yeah,
scenario for them, right? We saw that.
Is it,
Do you
do you
know?
think AI is
crazy.
coming to the point where it's just like, if you can't beat them, join them?
That's already the case. Like, did you see the Anna's library? So Anna's library is
I know of it. I
I
know
don't
of
think
it.
so.
Anna's library is where I get
But
where I get my ebooks. Anna's archive. Sorry. Um, I don't know if I can.
Should we make a disclaimer? We are not promoting piracy. We are just discussing it. This is in no way,
Yeah.
shape, or form an
yes,
advocation for it.
I didn't even realize we were talking about piracy.
In any case, like, Anna's archive
What
is,
is piracy even? I don't even know what it is. Is it pirates? Are they on the seas?
dude. Look, like, it's gotten so bad where Nvidia is straight up just like, I don't know if it was Nvidia or Google. Somebody just straight up tried to buy from these pirates, right? These giant websites with these data archives, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just pay for you, and, you know, you're gonna give us it
What is
back."
this archive? What does it
Anna's
hold
archive is like,
contain?
you can get a bunch of, like, books for free
Ah,
if you pirated it.
ah,
Let's not continue down this
Okay.
line,
In
because
any
if
case,
not, it's a whole nother discussion and we get tension. But I want to ask, right? I do want to ask. You think people who avoid AI, right? People who are absolutely no, I don't want any bit of AI in my life. Do you think at some point they're gonna be kind of like the Amish, where they're like, no, I don't want any technologies in my life?
mm,
Do you think people
that's an
who are
interesting
hardcore
spin on it.
avoid AI would at some point in life,
It's
like
a
maybe
new
more in the
generation
future?
of Amish. It will be something different because I bet they will
I
still be fine with using
AI
some
mish, I
technology.
mish.
AI mish. But how would that manifest? Because AI is literally integrated to everything. If you use Windows, you have AI in your system. If you
Yeah, I
use,
know.
right, like, it's built into everything. If you're, like, just a modern day
Maybe just
person,
the Amish population is just gonna like swell up. Instead of Amish, they rebrand themselves as Amish and they welcome everybody who just like
Amish, AI freaks.
technology. AI is in all technology. Shun AI. Shun technology.
like a Dune thing.
Yeah.
I really like how Dune like avoided the problem of in the future technology will get so good that basically you don't need humans to do any meaningful work because it's much better and easier to use AI. And so they come up with the idea that they had a uprising, and when they won, they made AI absolutely forbidden everywhere, and that's why people are still relevant.
I mean, I don't
It's
want
a very
to.
nice way to base like your lore, right? That you
I mean
still
that
have
that
to like.
that idea has been like it's not super original. Like even in Warhammer, there's been
Yeah.
like the an AI uprising as well. That's why it's also forbidden.
Well, they're
Yeah.
technically like left onto Mars, aren't they? They're like contained in Mars, and then they worship the machine god.
Well, not really. There is like a hidden subsector of it,
Uh huh.
but generally all AI, like genuine AI, like AGIs are considered tech heresy
They call it
and has to be.
something construct. What was it? The general something construct. Anyway, that's why like there are memes of Warhammer 40k of like there's a real human being that is fused onto the stovetop, and you see the skull, and their whole existence is to cook. But they're still like a
Huh.
machine. That's pretty grim as well.
By the way, when we were talking about AI efficiency, you saw that the news that there's this company that uses real human neurons
Oh right, yeah, to
uh,
play Doom.
to train their AI,
Was it for
and
training?
apparently it learned faster and it used less energy.
I actually don't understand like the science behind that. Like, how does that work?
I think instead of using virtual neurons, you use like real life ones.
Let's see. Okay,
Because
hopefully
we're
this is.
also AI. Well, not AI. What are we? NI? Natural intelligence? I don't know. But you get what I mean. We
HI.
still have neurons, and we learn in the same way. And our brain is also kind of a black box
Oh, it's
where
kind of
we just know that
gross.
we can train it to do something,
We are
but
just
we don't know
biological
how
machines.
exactly it happened.
Oh, let's hear this lady out. Like she does a lot of like tech explanations.
This game of Pong that you're watching right now is being played by a bunch of brain cells in a dish. Seriously, this is one of the craziest things I've ever covered. So here's what's going on. With this Pong game, scientists demonstrated that neurons in vitro can perform a goal-oriented task, which is different than simulating brain activity like we've done before. The name that some experts are using for this area of research is organoid intelligence,
There we go.
OI, as opposed to AI. This Pong-playing ball of cells is called dish brain. But just to be really clear, this is not a brain. What they are doing is using 3D cultures of brain cells called brain organoids alongside machine interfaces to try to create biocomputers.
I'm a cybernetic organism.
Why would we want those? Well, experts think they might help store
Get out.
information, which could be important as we approach the limits of silicon computers. And also, they might be able to perform more and more complex tasks, way beyond playing Pong. With organoid intelligence and artificial intelligence, all the news feels very overwhelming. But if you like optimistic stories about how we can actually use these tools well, follow for more. This
I'm saying I'm calling it now. This is how we breach the next version of not version, but next frontier of human development.
Wait, I'm confused. Like, is it
We need to
using
become
actual?
cyborg. We
Is
need
it
to integrate with the machine.
no? But is it using like a 3D printed cells, or is it using actual human, like developed, cultured human brain cells?
I think it's the second one.
Yeah, I think it's cultured brain cells.
Oh, there's just something disturbing about that. I didn't know neurons can
and
finish.
people would make comments like just they would just type the name of that what do you call it? I have no mouth, but I must
Oh
scream.
my god, yeah, that's the nightmare scenario, right?
Yeah, we're
But
basically making miniature humans and
yeah.
Lol.
making them perform tasks.
I mean, like if they're lobotomized and cannot think and feel and have logic beyond what they're programmed to do, and I guess
Yeah.
at what point does the religious fanatics chime in with their "this is an affront to God's creation"?
But isn't this like it's a very interesting philosophical question that was touched on by one of the Rick and Morty episodes. I don't know if you've watched it, but
Which one?
Morty basically Rick found a planet where the human beings look identical to Earth human beings, but when they die, their insides turn into very delicious spaghetti.
Oh yeah, I know this.
Right?
Yeah.
You remember that, right? Like, and so then they started just cultivating their own like fake people, and then they gave it only like one single appendage, so it can stab itself to death, and then turn into
Yeah.
spaghetti.
Yeah. Because there was they couldn't just die. They had to. Was it to do some like do it themselves or?
I think yeah, it was it had to be the S word. Right? It
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
be. That's so messed up. Because if
I was trying to come up how to avoid it.
You got to put your suit aside.
my goodness,
You know your business suit. You gotta put your suit aside.
Okay, yeah.
Does that work or is
Yeah.
that too on the nose?
suit aside.
I don't know.
This
Well,
is
I
pretty
guess
good.
we'll find out.
But
No, I mean it's just your suit. You know, you gotta put it aside.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn,
yeah,
did I just start something cool? Oh my god, big brain.
can you imagine that's the beginning of this trend?
Nah, I mean,
Oh.
hey, credit me, guys. Credit me. Hotel Dropouts. This the one. It started here.
But we've seen that in music, there are so many AI artists now on Spotify where you could just find like these very obscene music. Like for example, there are these really gay country songs, and it's just very clearly AI. And a
Yeah,
lot of
but
them.
no, how do you know though? Sometimes you only know it's AI because it's an obvious cover of an old song made into like a new thing.
No.
But you're like,
The artist
what if
page,
it's not?
the artist page literally states that this is an AI creation, and despite that, it's
Yeah, but
still
what if you don't know that? What if they don't disclose that? Would you be able to identify that it's
exactly
AI
right. So
generated?
you probably couldn't because it depends on how they make the music, and we have seen like a lot of really successful AI artists. There's this AI influencer, right? What was it? AI influencer that was signed by an agency. Um, I don't know if it's there. I forgot her name. But we've seen the same old spiel, right? Like you have these AI generated women that would be synthesized into pictures. Uh, and then there was like an AI influencer that the author made it look like she was on the Joe Rogan show. And by doing that, like it gives like your socials some credibility. Then if you push merch sales, then it's easier to sell stuff. It's all just really messy. And now I think there are people that are kind of like actors are concerned about AI as well because how much of your if you look at these old time actors, right, like the actors from our generation, they've been in enough motion pictures where you can train a model to fully show them. Like I've sent you clips of seat dance video clips where what was it? Tom Cruise or fighting Brad Pitt about something about Epstein files, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what do you do?
He's a good man, or something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, for them, like it's all kind of messed up. Like how would you protect your likeness now? And and to that extent, like we're seeing a lot of AI scams. I think we talked about it last time as well. But oh, I don't know. It's so uncomfortable. I guess like as a full circle, we I don't know. I want to see like
We make AI agents that scrape the net and they find content and they evaluate how much has it used your likeness, and then it
That's like
prescribes a
you're starting to
percentage.
remind me of Blade Runner.
it starts to prescribe a percentage of likeness, and then it makes it so that you have to pay royalties for whatever you make of that content. So the
That'd be
actors are
cool.
just sitting there and looking like, oh my god, money is rolling in. I have no idea where from, but it
That
is.
would be cool though. But you're kind of reminding me of the synthetic hunters from Blade Runner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, far-fetched in my opinion, but I get the parallel.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. One is a more extreme version. Yours is just like.
But you're right, it is like a form of policing done
Mm.
by AI.
Yeah.
It's like a first step. Then at some point a robot will walk up to your door and say that
You are
you have
fake.
no, you have abused the AI agent too much. You shall be prosecuted.
Oh, I cannot wait for these RoboCops, these robots coming to your doorstep. Papieren bitte. Das war ein Befehl. Okay, but it's
Do you have the license? Do you have your existence license?
Our algorithm has predicted that you'll commit a crime in 1 year.
Oh, you mean like the
You have a
precog? The
yeah,
precog
you have a month to straighten out.
what was the there was a news about this. Like there was something about uh rolling out a technology that can predict your criminal activity in the future, and then that system would unflag saying that, okay, because of your past history that you're likely to commit X amount of crimes this year, and then so that the surveillance system puts more attention on you, I guess. And that's something that was really messed up. And like I feel
I'm
you
sure it's possible.
I think that in the very near future that there's going to be a new gig economy that is entirely based on training AI with your data, right? Uh, the most recent gig economy, kind of like a revolution to gig economy, was the delivery, like Uber Eats, like the like all these delivery services, right? For the first time, you have I love that my screen captured Benny playing a game.
Yeah,
But yeah,
we
then
doxed him. We
yeah,
doxed him.
Oh no,
but
Bernard, you doxed yourself.
it's true. It's okay.
but yeah, if you're gonna have to like train AI with your data, would you do it for a job?
I mean, it depends how much. What am I training for, and how much money am I gonna get?
So my own mother literally sent me a news link, which is a Taiwanese news link that I think the news agency itself scammed, and it was an hourly job. Well, apparently per hour they pay you $2,300 for you to train AI with they'll give you scenarios of improv, so you need to basically act. So you need to have like different kinds of uh, facial expressions, your emotional, you perform different emotional depths. Everything about your performance is going to be, training data for them.
But
Would you do
but
it?
they say basically you're consenting into allowing people to replicate you essentially. No.
Yeah. Isn't it kind
Yeah.
of grim? Like there's imagine being born and then you as a parent, you can sign off on your baby and be like, okay, I agree to have my child entire livelihood as data. And then there's like a digital version of that child who grows up with the actual child, but the digital version is the one that ends up working. And then the human version of that doesn't have to work, but he basically sold his right uh, to this digital version of himself to work.
Hmm.
That
Sounds
sounds kind of
tedious.
messed up.
But I was just thinking about that maybe in the future we will have UBI, Universal Basic Income, and then I had a thought. Maybe in the future we will all be allocated a certain amount of tokens or some other resource that represents how much we can use AI or robots,
Can you imagine,
and then
like,
that way all of us have a certain amount of work resources that we can use to
This
sustain ourselves or generate money.
this is literally what Sam Altman recently said. Like the scam Altman, he's practically a meme by now. I cannot believe that he's a human being, but he literally on a panel said that intelligence or super intelligence in his words is going to be something that they will be the provider for people in the future. And it's just like you would pay for your utility bills, you would also pay for intelligence, right? So it's like, oh, this is something that every person will have to have just to get by.
Yeah.
And I cannot imagine like a future where you're going downtown San Francisco and there's just this homeless guy who's like relatively well dressed, and he's like, "Bro, you got some tokens?" And it's just it's all very dystopian, and I don't know,
Is
misguided.
that the future we're working towards? Like,
But yeah. Oh, should we look at AI in hotels eventually? Now that we have explained the doom in other industries, um, first of all, like, have you guys done answering phone calls?
what? What do you mean?
So
Yeah, I did a little bit.
because when I was in when I was working in Miami, uh, I sucked so hard as a receptionist that sometimes when I effed up too many times, they would put me in the back room, and my job was just answering phone calls, and I would direct
I
people.
remember you mentioned this in the earlier episode.
Huh?
I remember you mentioned that in the earlier episodes.
Yeah. So basically, like the clip that we're about to watch, which we've already seen it before the episode, before we started recording, but literally, yeah, my job of doing that has fully been replaced by AI agents. AI, should we watch the video again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I just want to
This
say
is what
though, she has such Karen energy. Like she's so passive aggressive, and her face, like, oh my god, like nah.
Well, I mean, I think that's a bit aggressive towards her, but I do feel like she has made her conclusion a bit too much before this, let's say, experiment for my liking. Like, I really like to be neutral when I'm judging something.
I mean,
Yeah, fair.
I mean, working in the front desk, you run into these like super aggressive Karens all the time.
That is true.
How did you diffuse
I've
them?
agreed.
I think Dan.
Usually you just show empathy, sympathy, and you just like, I understand, like you just be empathizing, empathetic normally, and then they realize also like, hey, it's not your fault. Like I remember one time, like there were two British ladies who were so pissed off as they entered the hotel because the airline lost their luggages, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're so super pissed off, and I'm like, I'm so sorry to hear that, you know, like I empathize with them. I can understand, it's so frustrating. Is there anything I can do for you? Like I just tried to help them make their lives easier, and then I was like suggesting, hey, look, I can give you a couple of bathrobes more, and like, a couple of towels more, and actually there's not far away from here, there's a shopping center. Maybe if your luggage doesn't come in time, which I'm sorry, but it's outside of my control, maybe you can get something you need there, you know, like that's how it.
If
and,
that
and they kind
worked
of
on them, then they're very decent human beings. Because I had to deal with absolute monsters where there's just nothing you can say that would calm them down, and they've like you can listen, you can hear it in their voices that they fully made up their mind that they will take out everything they've suffered in the day on you. And what would you do?
Yeah, okay. Then
Oh,
they're
stop.
just fucking jackasses. Nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, I've had racist remarks, a lot of it. And surprisingly, a lot of it were from Europeans, rich Europeans that were traveling in America. That I thought I was already at the you know, like when when somebody describe a country as the Florida of Europe or the Florida of Asia, you know it's not a good place. Um, and I was and
Oh,
and I feel like people don't realize that the rich Europeans that are in Florida are so much worse. I've had comments that are like they would tell you, they would speak to each other in French, and then I heard something about like Chinois, like she was really annoyed that I was Chinese, right? And then
Oof.
there be these super rich British couples. They're like, oh, I see. Like she would say to her husband that, oh, I see immigration is not better here, like something
Oof.
along those
Oh
lines,
my
right?
god.
It's so
You know
blatantly
what?
racist.
What a gang.
I a bit of a tangent here, but I was always not really happy with how sometimes Europeans would say that Americans are stupid and stuff like that. But in fact, I think American emotional intellect was always quite a lot higher than in many places in Europe,
Yeah.
because they're more considerate and like they're more willing to accept that you might have a different point of view. Although that all changed somewhere around when Trump came into power. I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying that something is shifting, and he's just one of the things that is showing that shift.
Yeah. The do you oh, this is gonna go into like a whole other tangent about the younger generation nowadays, and then the whole looks maxing movement, blah blah blah. I guess we could get into that in the future. But yeah, for now, I guess. But you didn't have any racist remarks thrown at you when you were working in that nice lodge. Oh my goodness,
Oh yes, I was going to say I was really lucky. I barely had anything even remotely close to what you described.
Mhm.
Everyone was very chill and calm, and I think the worst thing I had was when I was on the phone, and at some point, the customer wasn't happy that I had some sort of accent,
Oh, me
and
too.
she said that can I speak with someone who's
Local.
local? Or I don't remember. Well, basically, I just remember I think it was implied that to somebody that is native or something like that.
For me, it
So you
was
want to
a
speak with what they call Kawachaku Indian,
not that
What?
native. No. They're looking for
like local native,
Okay, I get
like
you.
the
Yeah. No, but it was not exactly those words. It was something else. But something that basically a comment about my English.
yeah.
But
the comment I received was that the lady asked. I thought she was going to ask, "Can I speak to someone American?" But I think she was very nice. So instead, she said, "Can I speak to somebody with no accent?" And I just thought it was very cute that for them, it's they don't recognize their own speech as an accent. Like it's like it's the linguistic version of, oh, the all the planets surround around me, the all the planets orbit around me.
true,
But yeah,
true.
right. Let's see. Okay, so as a teleoperator, we have been replaced. Let's see what Karen has to say about it.
Happens when hotels replace humans with AI. I'm just going to try to ask questions about booking.
We're a live agent. We'll be happy to assist you.
Live agent. This isn't a real
The
person.
comment.
She's
Thanks for
already
calling. This is
outraged.
Same
Jolene.
person.
What day are you looking to check in at Hilton Dallas?
I don't know yet. I'm thinking about maybe this Saturday, but I just have some questions. Is the pool open right now? They add background noise.
The Hilton. All right, just to make sure I understand, are you asking if the Hilton Dallas has a pool with a nice background or scenery?
No.
Or are you asking about something else related to the pool area?
I'm
Let me know what you're hoping for, and
I'm asking if the pool area is open outside and what ages are allowed.
Wait, did you notice? Like, so it did the AI think she was asking, is there a pool outside with a nice background added to it or something?
Mm.
Like how sharp is the detection? Because that was really that was very good.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
Yeah, because she
I
whispered
until you mentioned it, I didn't understand.
right. It's like
Like what was the AI? I wonder if she understood where was this coming from.
yeah, and can you
I think she
imagine?
did.
Like, I wonder if it does it mess up the system if you're like in a very noisy place and just people talking. But anyway,
probably.
Yeah, what's gonna
The
say?
Hilton Dallas has an outdoor seasonal pool, but I don't have the exact status on whether it's open right now.
Can I
For the
talk
most
to a real
up-to-date info,
person?
I understand wanting to speak with someone directly. I'm a real authorized booking agent for Hilton Dallas, and I can help with most questions about the hotel.
You're not a real person, though.
Can I just? Oh my goodness, have you met customers just like these? Like they'll do these like little gestures with their faces. Like for example, like she tilted her head, and then she like squinted her eyes for a little bit, and then you could just feel the aggression coming from those
Yeah,
big micro
passive
expressions,
aggressiveness, man.
right? Like,
It's like
have you dealt with that? My goodness, it's so much, and I don't know if that's
Not really that much, but it is just horrible. I think we should give a tool to the workers that are working in service that allows to stop that. You know,
Oh, are we on the
what do you
side of
mean?
AI now? Like perhaps we should give them AI tools to filter out the rude guests.
I feel like I know. We like human agents that help. I don't know. For example, this is customer support. Human agents give a rating to each of their conversations, and then the lower your rating is, the harder it is for you to get back to a live person.
Oh my goodness.
So if you're angry, mad, swear, and like insult and demand and have no chill,
My.
they'll be like, okay, this is horrible, and then your rating gets lower.
Oh,
So it
that's
almost
not
sounds like
bad, actually.
social credit score, but like individualized to a hotel. All right.
I want to talk to a real person.
I'm a live
Wow.
agent authorized to help with bookings and hotel info.
What's your favorite
But I'm
color
not
then?
physically at the front. Well, if I had to pick,
Imagine-
I'd say a soft blue.
Imagine it's a real person, and the pauses are just because
Like what?
she's genuinely shocked.
That'd be actually really funny. Like if there's a response video to this, and then it was just a recording of the actual agent, and then I think maybe yeah, because it could be misconstrued, right? Like because she's trying to make a differentiation between person and agent. Yeah.
Hmm.
Reminds me of a peaceful sky or a nice pool on a sunny day. Now, is there anything else I can help you with about Hilton Dallas?
What's your middle name?
Oh, you're sweet to ask. Folks just call me Jolene. No middle
Folks.
name needed. Is there
Folks, just
anything
call
else
me
you'd like to know about the
Jolene.
hotel?
How can I
Feel free
talk
to
to
ask.
someone else? I want to talk to someone else.
If you'd like to speak with a live person at the hotel, I can give you the Hilton Dallas front desk number.
Wait,
Would you like me to text that number to your phone?
I'm
Or would you
confused.
prefer-
I'm confused.
Wait.
Did you notice like the way the AI like really enunciated the Hilton Dallas front desk number, like she didn't just mumble through, it was very enunciated, and it's just so something
Yeah,
it's so creepy because it's human like but it's lifeless, you know. I find it difficult to describe.
I just told you that you're not a real person, and you told me that you are a real agent. So are you real or not?
I understand
Yes,
the
I am.
confusion. I'm not a person sitting at the hotel. I'm a virtual agent trained to help with Hilton Dallas bookings and questions, just like a real reservation specialist would. I can get you rates, answer questions, and help you book, but I'm not a human on the other end of the phone line.
Took 3 minutes to get that answer out of them. And I still didn't get any answers to my questions, except what her favorite color was. This is
She is outraged. Holy. I don't know if I told you about this, but like, you know, they're starting to use the same kind of system for clinics like dentist. And then there's like a story of a guy who runs his own, who has like a teleoperator for himself. So he would ask the agent to book like a dentist appointment for him. But then the
Mhm.
little did he know, the dentist also had an agent, and then no AI, no bookings were achieved, and then the two AI agents were just congratulating each other on being nice. It's like, thank you for booking with us, blah blah blah, stuff like that, and it just kept running, and it cost him $300 in tokens. So it never stopped because he didn't build like a. This is so stupid. There's idiocracy that we're going into.
It's amazing how advanced they are sometimes, and how sometimes it just all of a sudden crumbles and fails in such a silly way.
But AI hotels, oh my goodness, I watched this, but it was kind of it didn't have much. It's just this guy who surprisingly also comes off like an AI, but they have like the cool stuff is here, right? Like around this mark, they have like a hotel because he filmed it in Dallas. Sorry,
I found some of the most interesting hotels
in Vegas, and they have these on-site cars that you can take from place to place, and it's fully autonomous. You know, like these ones.
crazy that they're for free, but it did take because I had my arm kind of through it because I was kind of showing
it's a driverless
things around.
car.
So we actually had a human interfere. So I guess they
then-
are watching at all times. Hello to my FBI agent there. So there's a lot of webcams and sensors in this car. Like I was saying though, so you can adjust the music. They have a bunch of different hits, top charts, greatest hits, 80s hits.
My
And
God.
you have climate control here
It's
as well.
an advanced car that is driving itself, and they can't make the UI run well.
Just kind of tells you
What
directions.
the
Right now,
hell?
we're
Why
on
is it
7 miles per
laggy and
hour
choppy?
making a turn as
Wait,
well. So you
maybe this is like a custom Android device, so it's just slow. It's meant to be slow.
I mean, you
make
buy
it
a car
really
that
cold,
costs
really
like my
hot,
apartment,
you can put the
and
fan
you
high or
cannot
low,
get
you can put it here,
Android that
it
is
tells you the
slightly
directions. Right now,
stronger
we're
than
on
an
7 miles
Android
per hour and
from
making a
20
turn
years
here,
ago.
which is basically exactly
My
what's
goodness,
happening.
I guess
I'm
that's
sorry, it's
So
my
this
own
is the
pain
Zoox,
point.
and this is provided
budget
by a lot of the
priority.
different hotels in conjunction
And if I
with
fast
Amazon,
forward,
who,
there's
like I
something
said,
really funny.
No, Jamie, stop making
cops
excuses
on
for
both
these
sides of us.
dreadful
So I guess
things.
You know that due to current route restrictions.
Oh, listen to this.
minor system issue, they're just gonna put me on the side of the road? What kind of AI car is this? All right, so it looks like our ride is ending prematurely because the AI is freaking out. What the heck? Finding the best spot to pull over. So our ride was cut short. It looks like we can't even get to our destination because the AI car is freaking out with all these emergency vehicles. I guess that's a huge downside of an AI car. It doesn't have like the human oversight to just be like, no, let's just keep going through because there's clearly no issues here. I think we're currently directly in the middle of the road right now. Look how much traffic's being held up.
Hi there, Sam. This is Vanessa with Zoox Support on a recorded line. So I am just calling to let you know that due to current route restrictions, this Zoox is going to have to make a U-turn here.
All right, guys, so that can
That's so stupid, though. Like, doesn't it cost them less to have actual chauffeurs at the hotel that you can book with?
I think this is a pretty much amusement park, whereas the
Oh,
main feature that is everything is run by AI.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's the I forgot what's it called, but like it's in Vegas. But yeah, and then now like this is the new thing where you check into a hotel, you have these
to like the 58th
AI
floor. Which
chatbots
mysteries
that
do
are
you want to
integrated.
uncover first? Can you bring me a pillow? None of my friends in guest services are available to chat right now. Try back later, please. Okay, so if not guest services,
But yeah, it's kind of creepy. Like they'll try and come off like human, but if there's anything you need, instead of calling the front desk, you can just text them. Is that like the wet dream for Gen Z people? Like no longer do you need to call someone.
Don't have to have human interactions anymore? Yes.
Actually, I wish they wouldn't pretend to be a human. Because I don't understand why.
They think like it's more personable, right? Like even the call agent just now, like she has like a very southern accent, and it's
Yeah.
it's meant to be very endearing.
I wanted to be like the what do you call him in Cyberpunk? There's this taxi service. What was it called? With the gray.
Yeah.
It's all AI run.
What's the name? He has the name as Khan, right? It's not Jarvis. Jarvis is Cyberpunk. What's his name?
There he is.
Here is why
Delamain.
resetting Delamain is a bad idea in Cyberpunk 2077. Our AI chauffeur buddy Delamain, aka Cab GPT, will send us on an epic journey to reunite his wayward children to the fleet of self-driving Ubers.
What? I didn't. Did you do this quest?
Yeah, I did.
I don't remember having this quest.
mainframe will be presented with 3.
But yeah, anyway, I guess.
Yeah, I wish it would be more like apparent. I don't mind AI doing some work or answering my questions. They're like, as long as it actually does it fast and conveniently. If it's just very stupid and it can only like if it's on the level of Siri, sorry Apple, and it can only answer me what's the weather and what is the time, then it's horrible. But if it actually can make a booking and bring me a pillow, then yeah, why not?
Like I'm in the same lane as you. Like I don't like it when they're trying to be human-like, or at least like in. Oh, I don't know if I can. Oh, there we go. You see this? This is something that is going viral in China, where it's a car. It's a bot that's attached to their BYD or any electric cars, I imagine, and it's like a little butler, and you can ask it to do kind of things. And then they make it sound like very customizable. Like you can have it sound like an anime girl. You can have it sound like, I don't know. Let's see.
Hi, Nomi.
我来啦。
没什么，再见。
我还做不了这个。好的，我走了。
谢谢。
Oh, it's gross. Like what you see when it tries to sound like a girl. I don't know. It's weird.
谢谢。Hi, Nomi.
I think I don't because I don't understand. I don't quite catch it, but yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, the guy was just saying hi, know me, which is the name of the bot, and then very immediately he said, "Oh, nothing, goodbye," and then the bot was like, "Oh, hi, oh, okay, I get it. Oh, I'm leaving, bye," and then it starts playing this, digital saxophone.
Yeah, that's so random.
Yeah. But people lined up.
And then it starts to play the digital saxophone. It's actually whenever I get my conversation cut fast, I also play the saxophone.
Can you imagine?
It's a very human thing to do.
Dude, I have this feeling that majority of people are very aligned to you. And like if it works, they're very receptive of AI. And I'm kind of concerned about like how much further are we going to push this bubble, right? Like how much further is this going to keep going where we're just going to start building more and more data centers, and then all the while ignoring that there's a war happening now in the Middle East, and they're still building data centers. Did you guys see the news of all these data centers being blown up in Dubai, and then they need to build new ones? And it's crazy how
God.
like
the RAM prices.
can you imagine like the feeling of being a resident there, and you just literally see the building next to you has a giant hole, and it's just created by these Shahed drones, right? And then the country rushes to repair this service center, prioritizing these data centers over your house. That is, I don't know. This is all going
Well,
very wrong.
AI is a military asset now also, so apparently the military has access to some very advanced AI that is also much faster and better.
I think last time I was talking to Benny about that the strike on on a school in Iran was possibly like an error made by an AI system. I don't know. Like I feel like it's gonna get way bigger, and there's just nothing we can do about it. I'm also kind of surprised that somehow Zelensky has time to train to train their US allies on dealing with these cheap kamikaze drones, which I guess has vision and AI built in as well, right? Because you can control it remotely.
I think so. I've actually watched a video about this, and the reasons why he's doing that made sense to me as well. Is because the more Shahed drones he can stop there, the less US has to use other missiles, and that means there's more missiles remaining for him to get from them, where they can use them where actually drones are not applicable.
My goodness, could they not buy drones like Ukraine? Because I definitely have seen news.
Oh no, they cannot buy missiles like the Tomahawk. Well, I mean, I guess they can buy them, but their supply is limited. So the more of those missiles are not used by US, it means the US has more missiles left over. And it means the chance that they can get them is higher. That was the logic. But I don't know for sure if it's true or not, but I think it makes sense.
So why doesn't Ukraine just start like harassing, the Russian border with these kamikaze drones that they can purchase themselves? It's 300K per drone, right? Like, why not? Why not just exchange? Like you go to China and you go to them. You're like, oh, all these American military tech. Hey, can I trade with you? Like, give me some of your drones, the exact same ones you supplied to Russia, so I can bombard them with the same drones that you supply them. Like, wouldn't that be more effective? Like, just instill like fear in on Russian soil as opposed to like constantly in the defensive.
I don't think so. I think their approach is smart because they, as far as I can see, the absolute majority of their strikes are on military assets. Like they don't want to make because Russia keeps trying to make a point that Ukrainians hate Russians and they want to kill you all. And Ukrainians on the other side are trying to make a point. We don't want this stupid war, and we're just trying to destroy all your military assets. And I'm sorry if you work at a factory that makes tanks and we blow it up and you get injured or something. Well, what do you want us to do? Just sit there and get killed ourselves?
They're trying to win the morality fight, right?
Well, they have to. I think it makes sense because I don't think if they would, let's say, explode a school, that doesn't give them any actual something that they can call a win in this war. Like it doesn't help them, but it will make more Russians turn against them. Maybe somebody will be like, "Oh, they are evil," and then he joins the military and goes fighting.
My goodness.
So there's no gains to be made, and it only makes you look bad. And then if you do that, and your allies might have to reconsider it if they can supply you more weapons, because they'll have to answer to their voters, like, why are you giving weapons to a country that kills innocent children?
Yeah, it'll be a bad look on them.
Yeah, much. Not much. There's nothing to gain and only to lose.
Dude, this is. Well, I guess we've yet again we've spent a whole episode talking about the impending AI doom. I think we have lost Bernard to the AI sphere. Can you imagine when we start having?
What do you mean you lost me to the AI sphere? Elaborate, please.
Oh, it's just that you've been quiet, and then I could hear you click ferociously in the back.
No, I like to disagree. I'm listening to you guys.
Okay. Yeah, but can you guys imagine like a world where one thing I would love for AI to be integrated into are these narrative games. Like imagine playing Metro, and then the whilst there still is like a main story to the game, you can to a certain capacity talk to the NPCs in the game where that brings your immersion to like the next level. That would
But there
be
is
really
that
cool.
already.
No, but like there are mods for like for example like in Skyrim, there are people doing that for in using mods, but we don't have any.
Yeah.
Do we have any games that advertise the interactivity that you can have with its NPCs? Like, oh, you could literally use your mic and talk to our NPCs. I haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, there isn't that in Skyrim.
No. The only one that's worked was not a full game. It was Fortnite, where people could talk to Darth Vader, and people got the AI to say.
I missed that completely.
Yeah, have you guys not seen Fortnite Darth Vader AI? and they're like these clips of like they got him to swear. They got him.
Vader, res me. Revive me, Vader.
Rise you. Am I now reduced?
Nigga, fucking revive me, bitch.
Revive you, player.
Yes. Good boy. Good boy, Vader. Good boy.
I have reached the limit of my patience. Your antics are...
What is that?
Darth Vader left your squad.
Bro, yes. Yes, I got Vader.
To lead your squad to victory.
Holy shit, Vader, will you take a blinker with me?
A blinker. Jerk mate. Is this some basic mating ritual I am unfamiliar with?
Hey, you wanna hit the geek bar, Vader, or are you good?
E-cigarettes, Mandalorian, you willingly subject yourself to artificial stimulants. Does this e-cig enhance your skills or merely mask your deficiencies?
Deficient? What the Vader?
Oh.
I am neither a fucking AI.
What? Dude, I'm so depressed, Vader. I'm fucking...
Seek assistance from a professional. You are valued and your well-being is paramount.
Did you clap Padme, bro?
Senator Amidala is irrelevant to this mission. Are you that young?
Yo, hold me back, bro. You talking crazy. Vader, where the big booty Latina's at?
Nega Emperor Palpatine.
What?
Is this
What did he
newfound
say?
fascination
I think I heard the
with
N word.
booty Latinas?
I think
Crucial to our
that's why I
success
was like,
here.
what?
A two-man. Are you referring to a squad of only two combatants? Rookie Spitfire? Explain its significance. Another acquaintance? Captain America? I trust this molester possesses skills exceeding mere...
Mo Lester, like, oh, they're trying to...
Your fascination with this twerking Rookie Spitfire is most perplexing. Explain its value beyond mere distraction. This Dixie enormous, you say.
But yeah, you get the point. That's kind of messed up. And I think I don't know if it's still available.
Actually, a fun application of AI.
Yeah, and I could imagine, like, could there be like just an especially trained for, you know, if it's in the world of Skyrim, in the world of Elder Scrolls, you know, you train it with knowledge to do with that, and then if you try to speak to it with other things, it wouldn't work. I don't know. How would you train for data like that? How would you train a data set for that? That would be very limited.
You're asking a person here.
Anyway, I guess that's it for our episode today. As usual, it gets pretty dark and sad with AI. I guess the next time we should talk about something more cheery, something happier.
That's what we always say.
Yeah, we always strive for that. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, you can also find us on Spotify. That would be all for today. So goodbye.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
everyone.
Bye. Hope you enjoyed listening.